In the dim glow of his childhood bedroom in suburban Chicago, Malik stared at the family photo on his nightstand, the one where everyone smiled like nothing could break them. But tonight, as he confessed his love for Jordan over the phone to his parents, their voices turned from concern to fury, culminating in his father's ultimatum: "Choose us or that lifestyle. You can't have both." By morning, Malik's bags were packed. The door slammed shut behind him, leaving him abandoned on the street with nothing but his phone and the echo of rejection ringing in his ears. Malik wandered the chilly autumn streets, his breath visible in the crisp air, clutching his jacket tighter against the wind that seemed to mock his vulnerability. He had known coming out wouldn't be easy. His family was rooted in conservative traditions, attending church every Sunday where sermons often railed against anything that deviated from the norm. But the raw pain of being disowned hit harder than he imagined. Jordan, his boyfriend of 2 years, was waiting at their small apartment downtown, a place they'd scraped together with part-time jobs while finishing college. When Malik arrived, tears streaming down his face, Jordan pulled him into a fierce hug. "We'll get through this," Jordan whispered, his voice steady despite the worry in his eyes. They had met in a literature class at the University of Illinois, bonding over shared dreams of writing and a mutual love for classic novels. Jordan, with his easy smile and quiet confidence, had been Malik's anchor. But now, as they sat on the worn couch, Malik wondered if their love could withstand the storm his family had unleashed. The next few weeks blurred into a haze of survival. Malik's parents cut off his tuition support, forcing him to drop out midway through his senior year. He took a job at a local coffee shop, grinding beans and forcing smiles for customers while his mind replayed the argument. Jordan, whose own family was more accepting but distant, living across the country in California, tried to bridge the gap. He suggested therapy, but Malik resisted, burying his hurt in long walks along Lake Michigan. One evening, as they strolled hand in hand under the city lights, a group of passers-by sneered, muttering slurs that made Malik flinch. "See? This is what they think of us," Malik said bitterly. Jordan stopped, turning to face him. "Not everyone, but if we hide, they win." It was a small moment, but it ignited a spark in Malik, a desire to fight back, not with anger, but with visibility. Conflicts mounted as word spread. Malik's younger sister, Mia, secretly texted him, torn between loyalty to their parents and her love for her brother. "Mom cries every night, but Dad says you're dead to us," she wrote. The message gutted Malik, but it also fueled his resolve. At work, a coworker overheard him talking about Jordan and reported it to the manager, who, under the guise of customer comfort, reduced his shifts. Society's subtle prejudices crept in everywhere. Friends who ghosted invitations, neighbors who averted their eyes. Jordan faced his own battles. His promotion at the marketing firm was stalled when a superior discovered his relationship status through social media. "It's not discrimination," the boss claimed, "just a fit issue." But Jordan knew better. In quiet moments, they debated their future. Should they move to a more progressive city like San Francisco, or stay and challenge the status quo? As winter set in, blanketing Chicago in snow, their relationship deepened amid the adversity. They spent evenings cooking simple meals, sharing stories of resilience from LGBTQ plus icons they'd read about. One night, over pasta and cheap wine, Jordan knelt down with a simple silver ring. "Marry me, Malik. Let's show them love doesn't ask permission." Malik's heart raced. Marriage had always seemed distant, especially with Illinois' recent legalization still fresh and controversial. But saying yes felt like reclaiming power. Planning the wedding became their rebellion. A small ceremony in a community park, inviting only those who supported them. Yet doubts lingered. Malik worried about his family's absence, the void it would leave. Jordan reassured him, but inside, he feared his own parents' lukewarm response might turn cold. Tensions escalated when Malik's father discovered the engagement through Mia. A heated phone call followed. "You're mocking everything we believe in," he shouted. Malik held firm, but the words stung, reopening wounds. Social media amplified the drama. Old friends posted veiled criticisms, sparking online debates about family values versus personal freedom. One post went viral in their conservative circles. When does tolerance become endorsement? It drew supporters and detractors, turning their private pain public. Jordan's workplace became hostile, with anonymous notes left on his desk questioning his lifestyle choices. They considered calling off the wedding, but a chance encounter with a supportive stranger at a Pride event changed that. "Your story inspires me," the man said. "Don't let them dim your light." As spring thawed the city, preparations intensified. They chose suits from a thrift store, symbolizing their humble beginnings, and wrote vows that spoke of endurance. Invitations went out to a select few. Mia, who defied her parents to attend, Jordan's college roommate, and a handful of allies from a local support group. But controversy brewed when a local newspaper picked up the story after a tip from an acquaintance. Headlines screamed, "Disowned son plans gay wedding. Family feud ignites debate." Protests threatened. A conservative group petitioned the park to revoke permission, claiming it violated community standards. Malik and Jordan stood their ground, hiring a lawyer friend pro bono to fight back. The legal battle made national news, drawing attention from LGBTQ+ organizations offering help. Amid the chaos, their bond strengthened, late nights strategizing, holding each other through anxiety. The wedding day approached, a mix of excitement and dread. Malik paced their apartment, adjusting his tie, while Jordan calmed him with jokes. "Remember our first date? You spilled coffee everywhere." Malik laughed, the memory easing his nerves. As they arrived at the park, under blooming cherry blossoms, a small crowd gathered. Not just guests, but curious onlookers and media. Mia hugged Malik tightly, whispering, "I'm proud of you." The officiant, a kind pastor from an inclusive church, began the ceremony. Vows flowed like poetry. Malik promised to be Jordan's safe harbor. Jordan vowed unwavering loyalty. Rings exchanged. They kissed to applause, but not without hecklers shouting from afar. Security escorted them away, but the damage was done. Raw emotions surfaced in Malik's tears of joy mixed with sorrow. Post-wedding, life didn't magically improve. Malik's parents remained silent, though Mia reported softening in their mother. Jordan's career rebounded with a new job at a progressive firm. They honeymooned modestly in New York, reflecting on their journey. "We proved love wins," Jordan said one evening, watching the skyline. Malik nodded but pondered the cost, the lost family ties, the societal scars. Their story inspired others. Letters poured in from young people facing similar rejections. Yet, questions lingered. Had they truly triumphed, or merely survived? The glow of their wedding lingered like a warm ember, but reality soon fanned it into flames of further conflict. Back in Chicago, Malik and Jordan settled into married life in their cramped apartment, now adorned with photos from the ceremony. Mornings started with coffee and kisses, evenings with shared dreams of a bigger home. But the viral news story had unintended consequences. Jordan's estranged uncle, a vocal conservative from Texas, reached out, not with congratulations, but condemnation. "You've shamed the family name," he emailed, attaching articles from right-wing sites decrying their union as an attack on traditional marriage. Jordan deleted it, but the words festered, reminding him of his own childhood in a household where emotions were suppressed. Malik, meanwhile, threw himself into writing a blog about their experiences, titled "Love in the Margins." It gained traction quickly, attracting readers who shared their own tales of rejection. One entry detailed the park protest, sparking heated comments. Supporters praised their courage, while critics accused them of seeking attention. "Why force your lifestyle on us?" one troll wrote. Malik responded thoughtfully, emphasizing humanity over labels, but the backlash drained him. At the coffee shop, customers recognized him, some offering high fives, others glares. His manager, sensing the tension, suggested a leave of absence for everyone's sake. It felt like another abandonment, pushing Malik to question if visibility was worth the toll. Social rifts deepened when Mia visited secretly. Over lunch in a quiet diner, she confessed the family divide. Their mother wanted reconciliation but feared their father's wrath. "He's talking about cutting me off too if I keep seeing you," she said, eyes welling. Malik's heart ached. He urged her to prioritize her safety, but felt guilty for the collateral damage. That night, he and Jordan argued for the first time since the wedding. "Maybe we should have eloped quietly," Malik snapped, frustration boiling over. Jordan, usually the peacemaker, countered. "Hiding would have let them win. This is about more than us." The fight ended in apologies, but it exposed cracks, Jordan's optimism clashing with Malik's lingering pain. As summer heated up, so did external pressures. A local politician, campaigning on family values, referenced their story in a speech, calling it a symptom of moral decay. Protests formed outside City Hall, with signs reading, "Protect traditional marriage." Jordan, emboldened, organized a counter-event with LGBTQ+ allies, turning out hundreds in rainbow flags. Media coverage exploded. Interviews pulled them into the spotlight, where they articulated their right to love freely. But fame brought dangers. A brick through their window one night, scrawled with hate speech. Police dismissed it as vandalism, but fear crept in. They installed security cameras, sleeping fitfully. Amid the turmoil, moments of tenderness anchored them. On their 3-month anniversary, Jordan surprised Malik with a picnic in the same park, recreating their vows under the stars. "No matter what, you're my choice," Jordan said, pulling him close. Malik melted into the embrace, whispering, "And you're mine." These respites reminded them why they fought. Jordan's new job allowed flexibility, and he encouraged Malik to pursue writing full-time. Malik's blog evolved into a book proposal, drawing interest from publishers intrigued by the drama. But controversy peaked when Malik's father suffered a health scare, a mild heart attack. Mia called frantically. "He needs you, but he's too stubborn to ask." Malik agonized. Should he reach out, risking more rejection? Jordan supported whatever he decided, but warned of emotional traps. Ultimately, Malik visited the hospital, heart pounding. His mother wept upon seeing him, but his father turned away. "Nothing's changed," he muttered. The encounter shattered Malik, leading to nights of insomnia. Jordan held him through it, their love a quiet rebellion against the pain. Community responses varied, fueling debates. Support groups hailed them as heroes, while conservative forums labeled them agitators. One podcast invited them to discuss, where callers grilled them on redefining marriage. Jordan argued eloquently, "Love isn't about redefinition, it's about inclusion." The episode went viral, polarizing opinions. Friends reemerged, some apologetic, others accusatory. One old classmate messaged Malik, "You're brave, but think of the kids influenced by this." As fall returned, they reflected on growth. Malik's book deal came through, promising a platform to amplify voices. Jordan's family finally visited, offering tentative acceptance. Yet, scars remained. Malik's therapy sessions unpacked layers of abandonment. Their marriage, forged in fire, proved resilient, but they wondered about broader change. Would society evolve, or persist in division? With the book contract in hand, Malik dove into writing, channeling raw emotions into chapters that dissected family rejection and societal prejudice. Titled Vows Against the Odds, it chronicled their journey with unflinching honesty, including excerpts from hate mail and supportive letters. Jordan proofread drafts late into the night, offering insights that sharpened the narrative. "This isn't just our story," he said. "It's for everyone who's been cast aside." The process was cathartic for Malik, but it reopened wounds, leading to heated discussions about blame. "My parents aren't villains, they're products of their time," Malik defended one evening. Jordan nodded, but countered, "That doesn't excuse the hurt." Publication loomed, stirring more controversy. Advance copies leaked, and conservative reviewers panned it as propaganda. A national talk show invited Malik, where the host probed, "Don't you think pushing this agenda alienates families?" Malik responded calmly, "The agenda is love. Alienation comes from intolerance." The segment divided viewers, Social media buzzed with Love Wins hashtags clashing against Family First. Jordan worried about safety, especially after online threats escalated. They hired a publicist who advised caution, but Malik refused to censor himself. Personal conflicts intertwined with public ones. Mia, now in college, faced bullying for her brother's fame. "Classmates call me the gay sympathizer," she confided during a visit. Malik felt responsible, urging her to transfer schools, but she stood firm. "I'm learning from you. Stand up." Her resilience inspired him, but guilt gnawed. Jordan's side brought its own drama. His mother called, expressing pride but cautioning against provoking relatives. "Not everyone moves at your pace," she said. Jordan hung up frustrated, venting to Malik, "Why is acceptance conditional?" As the book launched in bookstores across Chicago, launch events drew crowds and protesters. At one signing, a man shouted, "You're destroying society." Security intervened, but the incident shook Malik. That night, Jordan comforted him. "Their fear doesn't define us." The book's success, hitting bestseller lists, validated their efforts. Royalties allowed them to move to a safer neighborhood, a cozy house with a garden where they planted symbols of renewal. Yet, success amplified scrutiny. A documentary crew approached, wanting to film their life post-wedding. They agreed, seeing it as advocacy, but filming unearthed tensions. Cameras captured a raw argument about children. Malik wanted to adopt someday. Jordan hesitated, fearing societal backlash. "What if our kid gets bullied because of us?" Jordan asked. Malik paused. "We'd teach them strength." The vulnerability humanized them, but critics twisted clips online, accusing them of indoctrinating youth. Broader societal clashes emerged. With midterm elections, their story became a political football. Progressive candidates cited them as examples of progress. Conservatives decried them as threats. Jordan testified at a city council meeting on anti-discrimination laws, his voice steady amid boos. "Love isn't a debate. It's a right," he declared. The bill passed narrowly, a small victory amid ongoing fights. Intimacy sustained them through it all. Weekend getaways to quiet cabins allowed reconnection, sharing dreams beyond the drama. "One day, we'll look back and laugh," Jordan mused. Malik smiled. "Or cry," but together, their bond, tested repeatedly, grew unbreakable. As winter neared, reflections turned inward. Malik's father reached out via email, a terse apology for the hospital snub, hinting at regret. Malik debated responding, weighing forgiveness against self-protection. Jordan advised caution. Healing takes time. The decision loomed, symbolizing their larger struggle. The email from Malik's father sat unread for days, a digital specter haunting his inbox. Finally, over breakfast, Malik opened it with Jordan by his side. "I don't agree with your choices, but I miss my son," it read. No full apology, but a crack in the armor. Malik's emotions swirled. Anger, hope, sorrow. "What do I say?" he asked. Jordan squeezed his hand. "Whatever feels true." Malik replied carefully, suggesting a neutral meeting. The response came swiftly. Agreement, but alone, no Jordan. Felt like a test, sparking debate. "He's excluding you," Malik fumed. Jordan shrugged. "If it leads to progress, go." The reunion at a coffee shop was tense. His father, looking older, avoided eye contact initially. "Your mother's been pushing me," he admitted. Conversation skirted the wedding, focusing on mundane updates. But inevitably, it turned confrontational. "Why couldn't you be normal?" his father asked. Malik steadied himself. "This is my normal. Love isn't a choice, rejecting it is." They parted awkwardly. No hugs, but a promise to talk again. Back home, Malik debriefed with Jordan, who listened without judgment. "It's a start," Jordan said, though doubt lingered. Media frenzy continued as the documentary premiered at a film festival. Reviews praised its authenticity, but conservative outlets boycotted, calling it biased. Online, debates raged. Was their marriage a win for equality or a loss for tradition? Malik and Jordan appeared on panels, articulating nuanced views. Love wins when society evolves, Malik stated. One panelist challenged, but at what cost to families? Jordan replied, the cost is higher when families reject. Professional highs mixed with lows. Malik's book tour took him nationwide, sharing stages with activists. In Texas, a hostile audience booed, but a young man approached afterward. Your story saved me from suicide. Moments like that reaffirmed purpose. Jordan, promoted at work, mentored LGBTQ+ interns, fostering change from within. Yet, exhaustion set in. Late nights arguing with trolls online, constant vigilance against threats. It wore them down. One evening, Malik broke. Is this life we wanted? Jordan pulled him close. Not the fights, but the love, yes. They sought couples therapy, unpacking how trauma shaped them. Sessions revealed Jordan's hidden fears of abandonment, stemming from his distant upbringing. Community involvement deepened. They volunteered at shelters for homeless LGBTQ+ youth, hearing stories mirroring their own. One teen, kicked out for being gay, moved them to start a fundraiser. It raised thousands, drawing praise but also accusations of exploiting vulnerability from critics. As spring bloomed again, Malik's family dynamics shifted. His mother called, voice trembling, I want to meet Jordan. The dinner was surreal, polite chatter masking undercurrents. His father remained silent on key issues, but no outbursts. Mia beamed, bridging gaps. It wasn't full acceptance, but progress. Their second anniversary celebrated quietly, reflecting on triumphs. We've proven love endures, Jordan toasted. Malik agreed, but pondered. Had they changed minds, or just survived scrutiny? Years blended into a tapestry of resilience, with Malik and Jordan's story evolving from scandal to inspiration. The book became a staple in LGBTQ+ literature courses, sparking classroom debates on identity and acceptance. Jordan transitioned to advocacy full-time, leading workshops on inclusive workplaces. Their home, now filled with mementos, hosted gatherings for allies and skeptics alike, fostering dialogue. Family reconciliation progressed unevenly. Malik's parents attended a holiday dinner, awkward but civil. His father, softened by time and perhaps regret, asked about their life without judgment. I'm trying, he said quietly. Malik nodded, forgiveness budding slowly. Jordan's family warmed fully, visiting often and embracing their son-in-law. Societal shifts mirrored their personal ones. Laws advanced, but backlashes persisted, bans challenged, rights debated. Their documentary won awards, amplifying voices globally. Yet, controversies lingered. A sequel film proposal stirred old wounds when producers pushed for dramatic recreations. We won't sensationalize our pain, Malik insisted, opting out. In quieter moments, they contemplated legacy. Adopting a child became reality after navigating bureaucratic hurdles and societal stares. Their son, Ethan, brought joy, but also new fears, playground taunts, school policies. We'll protect him, Jordan vowed. Parenting deepened their bond, teaching patience amid chaos. Reflecting on their wedding, now a distant memory, they marveled at survival. Against all odds, Malik mused. Jordan smiled. Love did win, but was it truly a victory if rejection's shadows lingered? Or does real triumph require erasing those shadows entirely?